What is going on, guys? I am Tio and welcome to another vlog episode. Yes, we are in the Rama zone and I'm obviously not in the casino premises right now, but I am in a pretty interesting place. I'm right under a bridge. And I just thought, man, driving over here, it's literally 5 minutes away from Rama. I figured that, you know, I might show you guys some of the scenery around here because this place is freaking awesome. Every time I pass by, I just thought of, you know, stopping by and taking a shot for you guys. But I never found the opportunity to take it like today. Today, it's like sunny, it's awesome. Why don't you enjoy just a little bit of the scenery? Gonna see you guys in just a little bit, and gonna see you over at Rama, so see you there. What is going on, guys? As you can tell, we are now at Rama, and we're on the premises. We don't have too much time to kind of vlog and talk. You know, as usual, you guys know that I'm pretty much like always on the run with pretty much everything. And if you know me on a personal level, you really got to know that I'm pretty much like always hustling, always on the go, always on the move. So I pretty much always have like a very small amount of time to like do filming and all this stuff. But anyways, we're here, we're ready to go, ready to have fun. We're ready to play 2-5. We're on the list for 1, 2, and 2-5. You know what? I didn't really sign up for anything else because they said those are the only 2 games running. So we're going to see what we could do, and hopefully we're going to get another one of those fun games where, you know, people are having fun, people are a little loose, they're a little drunk, and I don't know, hopefully I'm going to make like a 4-figure profit this time around. So we're going to see how it goes. Guys, I'm standing kind of like awkwardly, if you don't know, like I'm using my hand to kind of hold the camera. I no longer have a tripod anymore. I snapped it while shooting a segment, and yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm looking for a new tripod now. That was on my list, on my Amazon list. You know, it was kind of like disappointing. Went to do the whole Black Friday thing, checked it. I wanted to see if there was a discount. No discount, man. Like no discount for the stuff that I need. So it looks like I got to try to either find stuff on Kijiji like I normally do, or you know, just do the whole Amazon thing, get it shipped to the door. Anyways, guys, let's just have fun, and let's just hop into 2-5 right away. Thanks for sticking around so long. If you don't already know, I do play live casino poker at a competitive level, so I'm gonna walk on over there and I guess maybe do a little bit of scenery shooting.
Understand, you don't understand, love, babe, how much love, babe, and how love, babe, only man, oh baby, only man, oh baby, you're only man, oh baby, only man, oh baby.
Alright guys, what is going on? So guess what? We actually did. We made our profit. We got our goal, we got our 4-figure score. So I ended up cashing out a good chunk, 1097. I'll let you guys know how I got there. So I'm gonna see you tomorrow. What is going on, guys? All right, so we're obviously in a good mood today. And yes, I'm kind of waving a little knife around. But I got a package. So remember when I said that my tripod broke? So guys, here it is. Finally got the tripod in, and this thing is pretty damn sturdy. I don't think I'm gonna break this one. So anyways, to future vlogs, probably gonna have this for many years to come, hopefully. Anyway, let's just move on to the hands, guys. Before we jump right into the hands, I just wanted to say, you know, yes, we hit our mark, but what I like to do every single session is I like to set a couple goals. One, my primary goal is playing my A game and just making sure that I'm never tilting or anything like that. That's my #1 goal every session. But then I have daily goals. I also have weekly goals, and I have monthly goals, up to yearly goals, and up to, you know, multi-year goals. So I think even with poker, you know, if you set these for every session and every time you sit down and play, I just believe that if you got a target that you're shooting for, you're going to be a lot more successful, and you're most likely going to have better sessions. So I don't know if it's just all in my head, but that's kind of my thought process, and that's kind of what I go about. And it's been kind of working for me. So I don't know. Thought I'd share it. Let's just go on to hand #1. So we got Jack 9 of spades. We got 100 big blinds. That's $200. We're in the small blind, and we're 9-handed. Action starts off with E1 limping, and M3 decides to raise to $10. M3 has just lost a hand, like 2 hands prior. He's literally sat down like, you know, 5 hands ago, and lost a hand to King 5 offsuit. So he's a little tilting, and just kind of by the looks of it, it seemed like he had a good hand, and he just kind of got sucked out on by 3 of a kind kings. I just feel like he's in a mindset where, you know, he just lost a hand, he's going to raise, he's probably going to get sticky, he wants to see a flop, and most likely play for turns. That is kind of the read that I get. I believe that he's just the type to not give up, he's egotistical, so there's kind of a little bit of a background of what I feel is happening right now. So anyways, cutoff calls, button calls, and you know, we have the possibility here of 3-betting. And since we don't have fold equity, I don't think it's a good idea to 3-bet. I don't know. I just personally don't feel comfortable. So I decided to call instead. Blinds fold and E1 calls. So we've got 5 ways to the flop. So flop is 10, Jack 3, 2 diamonds, and we do not have a backdoor flush draw. I just decided to check here, and then it just surprisingly checks through. I really thought that my opponent was going to bet, but he didn't. And we see a turn card. We get a 5 offsuit on the turn. Pretty much doesn't really change anything. And I think now that everybody checked on the flop, we definitely have to bet here. So I decided to bet 35. And everybody just pretty much snap folds. So that was a pretty good pickup first hand. Pretty standard, nothing too crazy. And one of the guys said that he had pocket 8s, and then one of the other guys said he had ace queen of hearts. So that again kind of gives you an idea of how people are playing. Hand #2, we've got the 9-10 of diamonds, and we've pretty much just been chipping down. Like, we haven't won that many pots. We've actually probably won like a little bit and then lost some, and then won a little, lost some. Anyways, we're back to like kind of like breaking even right now. And we got 200 in front of us. Middle position 3, 10-handed. E2 decides to limp. M1 limps. And there's actually a poster in the hand, and he decides to check his option. And at this point, you know, it's on us. I decide to raise it up to 12. You know, we got a pretty strong hand, and we want to kind of isolate the limpers. Cutoff decides to call, and the cutoff is the same guy that raised in the prior hand about an hour ago, and he's been pretty active. He's raising playing position, so, you know, kind of giving us a hard time. And anyway, big blind also calls and folds to middle position 1. He decides to call, and then the poster decides to fold. So it's 4 ways to the flop, guys. 10, 9, 7. All hearts. Checks to us, and at this point, kind of figure out how much I want to bet. I decided to bet 25. I think that's good enough. The cutoff decides to call. Doesn't really surprise me. I mean, he's got position in this hand, and I just feel like, you know, he wants to prove something. I don't know. Maybe he sees that I'm like a younger player or whatever. So what can you do? Folds around, and M1 actually decides to call as well. So 3 ways to the turn. 6 offsuit on the turn, which is an atrocious card. And it checks to me. At this point, you know, I'm pretty much more or less done with the hand. I'm not going to call a big bet. So I'm just checking here. Most likely going to fold the hand. And I checked. Cutoff actually decides to check behind. Very surprising. So I thought that he was most likely going to, you know, take a stab here after we both check. It seems like when both opponents check, he could totally try to represent a hand here. But, you know, I guess they don't want to do it. I probably would have done it, but he didn't do it. So the river is a 9. And now we're looking pretty damn good. Pretty much hoping to print some money here. But M1 decides to check. And this is where things kind of get a little bit weird because, you know, I'm in such a spot where both of these guys checked on the turn. M1 now checks on the river. So if anybody had a hand, right, if the cutoff had a hand, he was going to bet on the turn. And if middle position 1 had a hand, he was going to bet on the river. So it just seems like both these guys either have absolutely nothing or maybe they got something super weak. So I just feel like that's kind of where the range is at. Maybe if I bet small, then they're going to try to bluff it. Middle position 1 calls super, super fast. And we flip over our hand, and then he shows King 6 of hearts, which is pretty crazy. I mean, like, damn. We should have stacked him, but we didn't. E2, we got pocket 8s, 200 again. Again, dwindled down, and it's 10-handed. E1 opens, and again, it seems like every hand we're involved in, actually every hand we're involved in, this particular player is involved in. So E1 is the same guy as the cutoff, same guy that raised in middle position 3 in the first hand. So he's pretty much consistently in all our hands, actually, even the final one. So at this point, I'm thinking, you know, I can 3-bet here, but so I can 3-bet here, but I just feel like pocket 8's probably is going to play a little better if I try to just juice up the pot. And everybody behind is most likely going to call. 8 ways to the flop, guys. Can you believe that? 7, 5, 5. And there are 2 diamonds out there. Don't have a diamond. Not that it really matters, but anyways, it's a pretty brutal hand, I think. Way too many guys behind. And E1 decides to go to 20. I just give it up here. M1 folds. And M2 now goes to 40. Min raise. Folds back around. And what's really awkward is that he's got 100 to start the hand. E1 decides to call him really quickly to see a turn card. And there's an offsuit ace on the turn. Okay, I mean, we'll see what happens. Check, check. And the river is a brick. It's a 3. E1 decides to bet 25. And now M2 makes a crazy crying call. He's like, man, that ace got you. Well, probably did get him because he raised so little. And then he calls and he says he's got pocket kings. And then Buddy flips over ace 10 with the ace of diamonds. You know, hate to be in the spot where you don't 3-bet kings pre-flop, and this is what happens. So I know that I've been there and it's not fun. I've learned that mistake many years ago. But anyways, I just thought I'd bring it up because I kind of see this stuff happening like time and time again. For the final hand, we switched over to 2-5 and we've been playing for about 30 minutes or so. Kind of just been grinding it out. And we ran it up to 585. Just, you know, one little pots here, betting, c-betting flops and taking them down type thing. Nothing really too crazy, so I didn't really note those hands. But anyways, we're on the button, 9-handed. We got 585 in front of us. E1 limps, E2 limps, and M3, which is the same player that I previously mentioned, the egotistical dude. He decides to go to 25. And as I said, he's been pretty loose in his 3-bets, definitely trying to isolate players. So when I got a hand like King Jack, I think it's a pretty easy 3-bet. And it folds around to us. We're on the button now, and we decide to put in our 3-bet. I end up going to 80, and it folds back to him. And now, you know, I think that I had a little bit of fold equity. I haven't 3-bet before, so I was even happy taking it down, but I'm not too disappointed when he calls. So it's heads up, and we're in position. We flop the absolute stones. We got a 9-10 queen. He checks. And at this point, all I'm thinking about is sizing up so I can barrel the turn and shove the river. And I decide to go to 65. And he thinks about, maybe 10 seconds or so, and he calls. Turn is a deuce. And that's pretty awesome. Still got the nuts. He decides to check. And this is where I decide to go to 130. Again, keeping the pot in control and at such a size that I'm just going to easily get the money all in on the river and make it, not super difficult for him to call, but still make it seem like I could be putting pressure on him if he feels that I'm bluffing. But anyways, he decides to call after thinking again for about 10 seconds or so. So there's a jack of spades on the river, which obviously is a little disappointing. I would have obviously wanted to see a brick on the river, but there's nothing you can do. And I'm pretty much going to call whatever he bets. Or just, if he checks, still shipping him. But he decides to put out 300 and change, putting me all in. And at this point, I made up my mind already. Like, I'm already calling. And the pot is too good. Even if he has me beat sometimes, we're just getting too good of odds here that we just can't pass up on this call. So we called. And he flips over ace-8 of clubs, guys. What are you going to do? We flip over the king-jack. And, yeah, as I said, I just felt like in the hand, he was definitely trying to get a little optimistic. And he's, with a hand like ace-8, I think he could have just folded on the turn. He's just going for a gut shot. So, yeah, and kings make a huge part of my range, but yeah, if I had a king of spades there, it would have been an easier call. But anyways, take that one down, and that was really the pot that propelled us. And that was, that's like almost $600 profit in that one hand. So that's what got us really close to the 4-figure mark. And from then on, we just won a few more pots, some of the medium pots and the small pots. I really fight for the medium and the small pots, but I just feel like that's what can make the difference between having a pretty big win rate and having a mediocre to small win rate. It's just fighting for those medium pots and just navigating your way through post-flop situations better than your opponents. Of course, getting lucky with a hand like king jack and flopping the nuts is always pretty damn sweet. One thing that I kind of just wanted to leave you guys off with, and it's pretty exciting news, I would say. I've been thinking about this for a few weeks now, and I'm really glad that Jack decided to comment in one of the videos, and he just mentioned that he felt that the vlog just kind of had no real direction, and I totally agreed with him. I felt this for weeks, and I just decided that it's a really good idea that I set a goal. For the first quarter of 2018, I'm hopefully going to try to get a mark of the $10,000 profit. And I'd be happy even at 7,000, but from 7 to 10,000 would be a pretty good benchmark, and I believe that it's achievable. So I'm gonna go back into the drawing board and just type in the hours just to see, if it's something that is achievable or if it's gonna be really stressful. And now that I'm getting better with editing and stuff and just trying to condense all my time into producing the videos, my workflow is getting better. So I think I might have a little more time. This is gonna be achievable. So hopefully you guys are excited for that, and hopefully you guys join me in that journey. I'm gonna make another video that is definitely long overdue. I think I never really introduced myself in any of the videos and kind of like what I'm about, what I do. I think maybe I did in like vlog number 2, but I'm gonna make another one just short and sweet. Yeah, that's kind of where things are going with the vlog. I hope that you guys are excited for that, and yeah, look forward to some new videos. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and as always, it's awesome that I get some great feedback. Makes me feel good. If you type something like great vlog or whatever, even if you sometimes put hate, it just it kind of like motivates me to just do things a little better. You know what I mean? I always turn things into positivity. So even if you're sending me hate, you still went out of your way to make a comment. So I appreciate that. I really do. And anyways, hopefully next time it's not going to be a negative comment. Hopefully it's going to be a positive one. What I know this is a little long overdue, and this is my end of the vlog rant. You guys are probably gone by now, but for you guys that are sticking around, the true subs out there, I thank you very much for that. So I'm going to try to get you on the next one, and we are going to be in Casino Niagara.